Are you ready for your impossible mission? Ooh, welcome back guys, it's the Raw Geek here. Yes, hope you're all doing well. It's now the festive season, isn't it? And as you can see, this is Tom Cruise here. He's kind of just floating slightly above the floor. Now if he touches that floor, the alarms go off. And, you know, he probably won't see the light of day again because this is in Langley, this is the CIA, and he's trying to get a knock list. And of course it's the iconic scene from the Mission Impossible movie that Tom Cruise is in playing Ethan Hunt. And, you know, the scene's been done all over the show and every kind of media you can think of. It's been done to death. I did watch this again recently. I think last year or the year before I watched all the Mission Impossible movies again in order. But I recently watched Mission Impossible 1 again. I just did. And it's just funny because every time I see this scene, although it is very clever and it's talking about the pressure sensors, the room's got and all this kind of stuff, there are like a few major plot holes with it, or errors, or goofs, or something like that, I guess you'd call it. One of them is the fact that this room, once the operator leaves it, all the sensors go on. Because they don't want anyone tampering with anything in there, right? It's all top secret stuff. But why doesn't, when he leave the room, it just make the terminal not be on, not be usable? Then you wouldn't need half the systems. Like, you close the door and the PC turns off and you can't put it on unless you come back in and use your pass and stuff. So that would be the first thing, and you think the CIA would maybe be able to come up with that, but okay. And then another part of this bit is where there's a well, it's got a monitor of the sound because if decibels go too high, again it triggers the alarm, right? And he's like doing everything really quiet. He's being really quiet. And then when he comes to use the computer, he's like tap 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 really loud. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. Does the sound not matter anymore? What's going on? And then the other bit, the really bad bit, is when he's got some sweat. He's got a bead of sweat dripping down his glasses, right? Because even a drop of sweat on this floor will trigger the alarms, right? And it drops, and you can see how close he is to the floor here, right? It's like that much. That's the ground. That's his hands, right? And then the bit of sweat drops, and he somehow goes like this, and catches it from under. But his arm would have had to have gone through the floor to do that. It's like, you know, if they sort of showed this bit and he sort of shows his hand flip somehow and go under, it's a bit awkward. But it goes like scoops. It scoops under it. And so, anyway, I'm going to stop ranting now about this bit. It is a great movie and the series is great. And the whole point of this video is there's like a new sort of featurette, like an extended featurette thing for the upcoming finale to Mission Impossible, the 2-part finale. And he's doing some crazy stunt or something like that. And I just thought it'd be cool to watch. Okay, so I'll shut up now. Anyway, yes, this is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, the biggest stunt in cinema history by Tom Cruise. It is quite cool that he does his own stunts, or most of them. It's 9 minutes long. Oh, okay, well, we're going to be here for a while. What's this? Wow, that looks... Oh, I'm scared already.
This is far and away the most dangerous thing we've ever attempted. We've been working on this for years.
Years?
We're gonna shoot it in Norway, and it'll be a motorcycle jump off a cliff into a base jump.
What?
I wanted to do it since I was a little kid. It all comes down to one thing: the audience.
But wait,
There's a lot going into this stunt. So Tom put together this master plan to coordinate all of these experts in each of the particular disciplines involved to make this whole thing happen.
They're all bandits, look.
He's gonna chase me. That's what we say to each other. Don't be careful, be confident. Be confident.
A year of base training, advanced skydive training, a lot of canopy skills, a lot of tracking.
Yeah, he does lots of training for
Cruise
this
is
stuff.
amazing
Hours and
individual.
hours and
You
hours
tell
and
him
hours and
something
hours.
and he just locks it in. His sense of spatial awareness, he's the most aware person I've ever met.
There is something quite unique about what he can
Tracking
do.
with John and Miles in the air,
Genuinely.
doing lots of different positioning, like they're a two-man team in the air, coming on top of each other, below each other, backtracking, front tracking. You know, we've drilled and drilled and drilled.
When you do a lot of jumps back to back, the canopy control skills improve a lot.
We have 3 open canopies, which is a good thing.
training is going really
That's
well.
it's a good start. Good landing.
How are you?
Great day, man. This is the next part of training right here, motocross.
Let's do it.
Oh, I'd like to do that.
So we built a motocross track.
Probably
Getting
put it on
to the motocross, so he's comfortably jumping 70, 80-foot tabletops. Great time in the air, great positioning on the bike, landing well.
I have to get so good at this that there's just no way that I miss my marks.
That's good. Come a little closer to me. Coming up with the stunt is only one of the technical challenges. The other is putting a camera in a place that you can see where Tom is doing it. Finding the right lens, the right platform.
They seem to be a bit
the right
scared of
medium.
like being
Even
outdoors
2 years ago, the cameras
and not
didn't
doing
exist
stunts.
that would allow us to do what we're trying to do today.
How do we involve the audience? I just want to give them that thrill.
The robots.
That means the camera has to be in front of Tom and as close to him as possible.
Feels like you're going over the camera.
Yes.
It's very cool.
You train and drill every little aspect over and over and over and over again.
They were doing 30 jumps a day.
It's just.
Getting to a point where he was just a machine. I mean, over 500
I think
skydivers.
some of you might get the point I'm trying to make. He's doing all this scary stuff.
Over
And then, like,
13,000 motocross jumps.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Oh, it's great.
We replicated this ramp in England
Oh,
at
wow.
a quarry.
We filled the quarry with cardboard boxes, which were there to catch the motorcycle. And the reason why we did that is so that Tom could simulate the jump.
How
This
fast
is
can
nuts,
I
isn't
go
it?
off? What distance do I travel?
Oh, I see.
We
That's
built
right. Yeah.
models
Okay. That's gonna be
of
really cool.
different ramps at different angles to
Has to clear
calculate
that
what
bike, doesn't he?
Tom's trajectory would be.
We have to be able to consistently predict where Tom is going to be in three-dimensional space.
We're going to have a GPS chip on me.
And that recorded every single one of Tom's jumps, along with his ground speed, whether there was a headwind,
To be honest, I think
whether
let's just
there
go
was
for it.
crosswind. And by doing this
It's a lot of
multiple
practice, just
times,
go for
we
it.
were able to get a consistent set of data.
So that each take we can see what height I am, so this way we can set drones and cameras in places where I can go.
You don't want to hit that bike, do you?
Rule 1. Don't hit me with the drone. Because if we do it all, we don't capture it right. What's the point? Let's do it, guys. Ready? Yep. Always wear my earplugs so I don't hear myself scream.
We are ready.
The key is me hitting certain speeds and being consistent with that.
Yeah,
There's
you've
no
got to-
speedometer, so I do it by
Oh.
sound and feel of the bike.
Why didn't they put a speedometer on it? What?
And then as I depart the bike, I'm using the wind that's hitting me here, and I'm cupping my chest. That will give me lift.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you all very much for your help, guys.
Yeah. Have fun, mate.
We've been
Ooh.
constructing this ramp over a
Wouldn't even
number
want
of
to stand
months.
on that.
Everything here has to be brought in by helicopter.
Engineers and technicians, it's incredible what they've done. This is masterful.
Today is day one of principal photography, and we
This
are
is for a
starting
movie.
Classic mission.
You know, this is
4
the
with
stuff they
the
go
biggest
to
stunt in
do
the
a
film.
movie.
What we're doing here is I'm just doing jumps.
How about we, like,
up the body.
cure
Do it
some of the things
just
going
to
on in the
get my
world.
tracking going and make sure
Nah,
everything's
like a movie.
working all right. Try not to smile.
Basically, when he gets down and puts a parachute on and goes and does the bike jump, he'll actually know the weather conditions in this area, in the valley, and on the ground.
Well, it's going to be cut.
And then he has to safely deploy a parachute. Now he's in a rock
He just
bowl with
jumped out.
walls
I was
all
not
around
expecting
him.
that.
And he's got to fly out of it.
It was just so nonchalant. It was like, yeah, see you in a minute.
Of course, you know, when something's been done for the first time, you can't help but worry a little bit about how
finds
it's
the
really gonna
rocks?
turn out.
With a jump like this, the challenge is finding the cameras, it's the amount of preparation, and then it's weather.
You want the light
Yeah, the
to be
weather
right,
does not
you
look
want the
good.
Clouds to be right.
Very
Misty,
foggy.
but not foggy.
Misty.
This weather right here is exactly what we're looking for.
Okay.
Is about 10 minutes away from coming up here, landing.
Make sure your parachute's tied properly.
Good. We're in motion. See you soon.
Packed properly.
Now we're going to set the frames with this camera ship with the drone just to verify everything, then we're going to get ready.
Why don't you just do CGI? This is nuts.
While doing a stunt like this is serious injury or death.
Here we go.
You're
that's a
riding a
good idea.
motorcycle, which is pretty dangerous, on top of a ramp that's elevated off the ground, so if you come off the ramp, that's going to be very bad. You're falling. If you don't get a clean exit from the bike,
Yeah, you don't want to hit the bike.
up with
Yeah,
it,
exactly.
if you
Yeah.
don't open your parachute, you're not going to make it.
Yeah, I think you'll remember that bit, pulling the parachute. He looks a bit scared, actually.
3, 2, 1, action!
I'd quite like to see this. Mental. Pull the parachute.
I saw a canopy.
He genuinely could have died.
To you guys, thank you.
Like, you know, if his parachute failed, he... I guess he'd be dead, right? He's not on anything, there's no wires, he actually is doing that.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
I think I can hold to the bike a little longer.
Oh, he's giving himself critique points now.
Pretty much the biggest stunt in cinema history. Tom Cruise
crazy.
just rode
That's
a motorcycle
absolutely crazy.
off a cliff 6 times today.
That is cool. It is cool. Pull your parachute in! Wow. Music's great, isn't it? I'm getting quite excited for this movie now. Is it weird that part of me really wants to try and do that? Do you know what I mean? Oh, that's like good characters.
This is far and away the most dangerous thing we've ever attempted. The only thing that scares me more is what we have planned for Mission 8.
Cool. Well, that was pretty cool though, wasn't it? So that was pretty fun, wasn't it? I don't know if it needed to be 9 minutes long. We kind of got the point. I think they could have shaved it down a bit. But it was cool to see, you know, the effort they go to, all this construction work for like what probably will be like a 30-second scene in a movie. And it is, I have to take my hat off to Tom, you know, whatever you think about him personally or, you know, things like that. To do those stunts is impressive. You can't say it's not. And it is cool that at his age as well, you know, to be doing this stuff. There's actors half his age who wouldn't even dream of doing any of this stuff, right? So it is, you know, you have to give them respect for that. And these movies, I think, are great. You know, they're cheesy, you know, but a lot of it is believable. A lot of the stuff probably does happen, or you know, in little bits of it. Maybe not all of it, but you know what I'm trying to say. There is spycraft out there, and there are people who do crazy stuff like this for a living. And so I thought that's pretty cool. What about you? Do you like the Mission Impossible movies? Which one is your favourite? I'm not sure which one my favourite is. I mean, the last one was really good with Henry Cavill in it, especially the fighting scene. They both go to take this dude out, and he turns out to be like an amazing assassin. So they're both really struggling to take one guy out, and it was a really cool movie, that was. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they close off the franchise. You know, it probably does need to be put to bed, and it sounds like this will be it. You know, this is, like I say, it's 2 parts, so this is part 1, and then there'll be part 2. I think it's probably like next year after that it comes out. Yeah, just quickly checked, and it's basically summertime-ish in 2023 that part 1 will be out, and then roughly a year later will be part 2, and that might be it, you know, for Mission Impossible, at least with this cast, at least with, you know, Ethan Hunt, at least played by Tom Cruise, but probably Ethan Hunt altogether, because they may well do a Mission Impossible series later on with a different team, I don't know, but it's cool that they've kept it with the same main character by the same actor to the end. I quite like when they do things like that. So yeah, let me know down below what you thought of that stunt and the Mission Impossible movies, and if you're psyched for the one that's coming up that we just saw. And that about do it for this one. So guys, if you like that, please click like, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next video. And until then, remember, it's only your mission should you choose to accept it. Okay, bye. Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome! But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.